everybody, welcome back to Walking Productions. My name is Michael Lance, and today we're going to be going over which works better as a narrative at, compared to Murno in comparison to Zarama, or Archon, if you want to go by that. Archon was created or Zarama was created by Akira Toriyama, and Master Media took this idea and turned it into the evil gods. However, However, Merno was created by somebody else, but Unreal Gaming took over the mantle of manning the story. Basically, the story of Anime War, which is the Rama's tale, is them taking God energy from our Dragon Ball heroes, and the human characters are the ones that can't tap into God energy, helping the godly beings to stop Zarama and his forces, which ultimately resulted in the birth of an evil god named Archon, and then the rest of them had to work together to create an even more powerful god. And that's the slim dim story of it. And God and this human god helped defeat Zarama, who had become an evil god. Murno, however, is a story of a fallen angel who lost his universe and has a lot of. There's a distinct variation. This Murno is the one that Unreal Gaming is writing, the original. The one with the green jacket is a clone, yes, but this is the artwork made by the original creator, which in my opinion gives him more depth with the story, the fact that Deborah was a god of destruction in this universe. Murno has a wife in this one. With Unreal Gaming, I love the story so far, but it's still basically generic lines. But let's discuss two things in this video: the narrative and their power sets and who would win in a fight. Murno is a fallen angel. He can wreck Whis, and the most recent Murno issue has him fighting the Grand Priest to a near standstill. However, the power levels are not exactly the same in this universe, in these two continuities, because in the other continuity of Anime War, the Grand Priest was made to just hold the multiverse together, while the Omni Guards were literally the hands of God, or Zeno in this case. While in this one, the guards can barely hold back an attack from Murno, and we can't really scale them to the Grand Priest or Omni Guards from each continuity, but we can scale them from the same continuity, the main Dragon Ball continuity. But Murno is basically him popping through universe or timeline or whatever and fighting everybody, which I'll admit is cool. Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4, and Omega Shenron team up. Sadly, Goku Black gets obliterated. Just Hearts in his fight was pretty cool. I don't think he fought Cumber, but I thought that fight was cool. Jiren's transformation was awesome. Them wrecking Moro. The Sprite fights are pretty cool. And Broly's Super Saiyan 3 transformation and the early Gogeta and Broly team up, and along with Gogeta briefly goes Ultra Instinct, and then Vegeta unlocks a new primal form, Super Saiyan Blue Primal Evolution in this narrative, which I will give absolute props to, is amazing, and that is all Unreal Gaming, and I really like this idea. However, the narrative is basically Murno pops through, apart from the first arc, which in my opinion is the best arc, with Murno, the first arc is amazing, I really like it, but the rest of the arcs is not bad, but they're nothing too great to offer. Interesting fights, yes. But the first arc gave us a poetic and interesting character. Murno literally did not lose to everybody. He let everybody fight him, and he nearly became God in the first arc, and then was like, I'm going to blow myself up because I ain't going to let you win. In the first arc, Murno is by far a better villain than Zarama. But nowadays, he's an okay villain. Now, in comparison to like Archon or the Omni Super Saiyan form and whatnot, Zarama is by far a interesting character. However, his origin makes sense, but at the same time, I don't like it. Basically, he was the previous Daishinkan before the current Daishinkan, which really makes you wonder the history of the multiverse and what truly has all gone on. Like, how many Daishinkans have there been? But one day he just decided to create the Super Dragon Balls and wish for victory. The problem is, you'd have to create something as powerful or greater than Zeno to. You'd have to be that powerful to create something that powerful, or at least I would assume that's how it would go. But other than his origin, his story is interesting. He sent Goku Black to use the Omni form to force Goku to fuse with him. Then they would rip apart a portal, and basically they would all merge into Archon. However, that didn't happen because Saitama and Goku teamed up and destroyed Goku or Dark Goku or wherever you want to call him. It's Master Media's version. I will give props. The first season of Anime War is arguably the best. I think it's straightforward. It's a Saitama versus Goku for the first half, and the other half is how are we gonna beat Dark Goku with this new transformation? Boom. Um, when they do beat him, Beerus shows up, and then that's when you get the evil gods and everything like that. I will give props to this. There is some minimal storytelling, but there also is great transformations, great fan service and emotional scene. Luffy Gear 5, Trunks becoming the God of Destruction and Super Saiyan Blue. Ichigo's final form, obviously the Omni Super Saiyans. Saitama gets a Berserker form. Gohan gets Mystic Blue. Piccolo is a demon god. Naruto and Natsu, well, they don't matter because I don't like Naruto. But uh, basically, basically, Zarama's like Anime War Season 2 is really interesting, but I don't think it well, and Murno's story is really interesting, but as a narrative, I would prefer Zarama's just because it has more to offer, more characters, more dynamic fights, and it's animated. Now, if we remove the animated part, Murno stands a better chance, and I honestly wish Murno was animated just to hear what he'd sound like. However, I feel that Anime War in some aspects is a really good story, but Murno's just because of the first arc puts it above it. And the but if we're just doing current Murno as ran by Unreal Gaming, then no, I think Zorama would be better. But the first arc of Murno is absolutely spectacular and would put it above. Now the real fun stuff, the battle. Could Murno defeat Zarama? Now, we are not going to use Archon because that is total BS. He literally nearly killed Zeno. So, no, not fair. We're going to use Zarama. We're going to compare before he fought Omni Goku and then after he fought Omni Goku and absorbed 25% of the 100 times Kaioken Kamehameha Blast. Um, before he turns into the white-haired form, I would say that Murno absolutely claps him because by scaling to the previous Grand Priest, Zarama would have to be up there in level. He doesn't have to be as strong as him or stronger than him. He could just be up there. He could be Whis level for all you know. But Murno is Grand Priest level, like made him. I think he spit in his face, made him bleed and stuff like that. But and like literally the multiverse is having to team up on him. So pre-form Zarama, Myrtle claps. Now him transform, Whis says that he is by far the strongest person they've ever met. Even Whis and Beerus's fusion couldn't stop him. A potential at least Saitama and Goku couldn't stop him. Like there was nothing that they could have done to stop him. It took Soren appearing and saving everybody, and then Zarama being disappointed in his team, and then them all merging together to make Archon to even stand a bloody chance. Like No, like nobody touched Zarama after that. So I would say, given what we've seen so far, which I think we're at 34 on the current Myrno story where he's ripping through the multiverse, or 43, somewhere in that area. Basically, he just revealed his true form or true power. Um, I say Zarama wins after he goes Omni. Other than that, like a more interesting battle would be Myrno versus like clone Myrno or original Myrno versus Omni Dark Goku. Now that'd be a good battle. But I'd say Omni Goku might be able to pull the win off with the Big Bang Dragon Fist. But other than that, absolutely not. All right, guys, that was the video. Um, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.